we're going to install one of the laundry jet ports. Now we've prepped this installation already. We've cut our hole to size to fit the outside diameter of a 6 1/4 inch pipe, PVC pipe. We've also cut the top wand port hole, and that is done with a hole saw, 1 1/4 inch diameter hole saw. You cut that, it should not go above 1 1/8 inch above that outside diameter. That allows the head of the port to fit nicely and to still cover up your rough cut. We've got the cable hanging out so we can make that quick connection. We've got a few other tools, obviously screwdriver, some of our retention clips, some 632 1.5 inch machine screws. We're going to install first the wand onto the back of the port. That's just done by, it's got an O-ring seal, and that's done by inserting the electromagnet side of it, which is the metallic end. You insert that and just let it kind of slowly slide forward. It's going to orient so that your clips are on the right and the left hand side, so your plug-ins will be on those two sides. We're going to plug in first the port plug. That makes all the connections for the internal sensors and the LED lights. Okay, now we're going to make the connection between the port housing and the main wiring harness. If you have power onto the system, it's only a 12-volt system, but it may kick on the suction due to the movement for the sensor. There's also an O-ring here on the back side of the wand that seats into the port 90, and that prevents any vacuum leakage while it's operating. So you have to kind of move that into position as you insert the wand. Now, when you do this, you want your wiring to stay on top of the wand so it doesn't get caught underneath. And then as it moves into that port in the back, you kind of move it back and forth to get it to seat that O-ring in place until it's up snugly against your wall. These are the retention clips. They go between your port housing, and it pulls against the sheetrock and your PVC line inside and ties them all together. So we're going to insert those. If you look up inside, you can see that alignment that pulls together. So we're going to insert those now. And there's 3 of them. You insert all 3 of the clips one at a time, making sure that you're aligned. Now each retention clip has a space for a nut on the back side of it, so it's easiest to insert that, put your hardware in, and then just lightly tighten the first clip. And it's important that you look as well to make sure that you've covered any of your cutout. In this case, we want to raise that up a little bit and then just snug it up so it holds its position. And again, the retention clips hold that nut in place. You just put the rest of your hardware in. There's some cosmetic caps that go on to cover up the hardware. It's important that you just put 4 dots of a quick adhesive glue, like a super glue, in 4 places around it to hold it in place so that the suction doesn't pull it out of its seat. Okay, once the port's completely installed, you apply the seal by inserting the leading edge up against the top portion of the housing and sliding it between the inside collar and the housing collar, and just pushing it up until it seats completely and seals that area between the two. And that completes the port installation.